Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading. Let's see what comes up, what the guides want to bring forward. We're going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck here by Denise Lynn. Let's see what information wants to come through. Okay, let's have a look. General collective, please, Spirit. What is it we need to know for... This is being filmed Saturday the 9th of May into Sunday the 10th of May. What is it we need to know, please? Wonders. This is about the earth. This is amethyst. There's a really deep earth purge going on here. And obviously this is amethyst that I'm looking at, but there's more to this. So I'm not sure if you would have known about this, but there's quite a few years ago now, I think it was in 2017, there was something called, a comet called, and I'm going to try and get the pronunciation here. It was called Oumuamua, right? It's spelled Oumuamua, and in 2017, it was discovered on the 19th of October 2017. There was a lot of controversy about what it was. You know, I think even Stephen Hawking commented on it, whether it was an alien craft, what it was, essentially what it was. For some reason, it's interesting because for some reason it's recently been reported again in 2020. Even though this was 3 years ago, it's recently been re-reported again. Now, it's recently been re-reported as being an active asteroid. And they're talking about someone shedding light on the mystery and address the myriad pieces of the puzzle. Apparently, it's now heading away from the sun towards Pegasus, towards a vanishing point of 66 degrees from the direction of its approach. Now, the fact that it's near Pegasus is interesting. But it feels very much like the energy it's bringing is... Can you see? It's the same shape as well as this object. It's like the vibration it's bringing is... The way that I'm being described it here is, imagine like some cling film, or if you're in America, Glad wrap, and there's cling film like that's being placed, let's say, vertically, and I put my pen through, it's going to pierce it, isn't it? There's going to be a point in which that's pierced. This is what I feel is going on. The energy that this is bringing is piercing through a pinprick, a point in our reality that is creating this whole, but it's not to cause devastation, it's not to panic, it's not to kind of create something bad, it's to think about it. If you put a pen through a bit of Glad wrap cling film and the hole is created, you immediately understand where the weaknesses are then, don't you? And you remove the cling film, Glad wrap, and replace it with something sturdier. This is what it's doing. It's highlighting weakness. It's highlighting weakness, but it's not doing it because it's like a malevolent type of... It's not doing it because it's like a bad type of energy. It's doing it because it's here to help. That's how the energy I'm kind of reading from here. Now, I would have to look at the astrological placement, which I might do in a minute. I might pause this video and look at the astrological placement. Give me 2 secs. Okay, so I've just had a quick look, and I've found one of the stars in the constellation of Pegasus. It's currently in Pisces, conjunct Neptune. Interestingly, if it's heading away from the sun and towards towards Neptune, it's going to bypass Uranus and Chiron, or Chiron, however you want to pronounce it. That's already happened though. But the fact that it's actually conjunct Neptune within literally 3 degrees is insane, because, I mean, that's very elusive energy. It's hidden. That's a catalyst right there. That is a major catalyst. Neptune is all about intuition. It's about new beginnings. I feel like this is going to affect the weather. I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is going to massively affect the weather. I feel like this is going to... I mean, first of all, it's going to create change, but it's like, again, using the kind of pen analogy with the cling film, it's like piercing through a film or something. Because think about it, if something's never travelled in that way before, because it hasn't, it wouldn't have, as far as we know, it's never been catalogued as, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that it's that planet, you know, we know it's like Pluto. I don't know, that it's like there's a separate body that is, it feels to me like this is like a totally new energetic body that we're going to have to account for. That's how I'm reading this, because I'm just having a quick look at something, because there's something about this energy, and I'll tell you why this came onto my why this came onto my scope, is because in meditations they keep showing me it, and I remember in 2017 when it first came around the first time, I was like, there's something about that is not. Now, don't forget, Neptune is the god of the sea. There's something about this energy that's very Atlantean. It feels to me like the energy that this brings is helping the ascension. It's because, don't forget, with anything that is in Pisces, that's the last sign, isn't it? The last of the 12 signs before it transitions into Aries, which is the beginning phase of a new cycle. So whatever this is, it's bringing something totally different. That I don't think people are, yeah, it's, again, I feel this very revolutionary energy. It's this flexibility. Again, you've got a tiger that's out in the loose there, that's sort of roaming through what looks like a park. This is the energy, because Piscean energy is very, it's very much that kind of confused energy, isn't it? It's like almost elusive, a bit kind of confusing, a bit illusionary. It's gonna, I mean, it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's definitely gonna break us free of the norms. It's definitely gonna break things out of the kind of normal energy that you would expect to see. Things, I mean, obviously we're already starting 2020 with some interesting energies. But I mean, look, see, look, this is now the koi carp in a piece. This is, again, it's balancing something out here. Now with the 2 fish, this is very lucky. This is very prosperous as well. It's like a wand. I'm just getting like a magic wand here. Ace of Wands is very much about action. I'm trying to tap into the energy, see if I can pick up on anything. I'm not going to lie to you. There's whatever's inside. There's something inside that. I'm not going to lie. They're just saying it marks a new day. I'll be really honest with you. And I just, it's like, you know, when we celebrate Earth Day, there's going to be this celebration of intergalactic day. It feels like that. It feels like, me just fast forward to a different date because I want to check. The reason I want to check is there's a date that's in my head and I want to see where that's going to be positioned on that date. Right, let's tune in. Using some tarot here. I think we're going to go with the Light Seers Tarot. They're saying yes. Okay. Let's see what they want to tell us here about this energy that's waiting to come through. Let's see what they want to tell us here about this. What else do we need to know about this, please, Spirit? What is it you want us to know about this? Uh-oh. The deck's got all mixed up. Oh dear. It doesn't look like it's too bad, but I just need to make sure that it's not... sorry guys. It just needs to be totally balanced. Right, I think that's done. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Right, let's see what energy is. What else can you tell us, please, about the situation? Nope, not feeling that. Right, let's get the pronunciation, because I am terrible at that pronunciation of that word. Pronunciation. Okay. Oumuamua. 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 What can you tell us, please, Spirit? Wow, that nearly went into the candle. This is here to cut through confusion to the point where, because we've got the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. So anything that was previously you were trying to avoid in terms of truth, this is coming to blast that. This is coming to pierce the veil. It's yeah, this is about this is actually creating balance. Six of Pentacles here. This is coming to bring balance. They're saying much needed balance, and I'm in agreement with you there. What else is going on here? I feel like any discontentment that was previously kind of experienced, anything that you felt was an injustice, that wasn't kind of moving to where you needed it to go, this is about to be recalibrated. There is a total freedom energy that's being sort of followed through with this. But there's also some energy of being, you know, uncovering information, uncovering... Can you see? She's right in the middle of what looks like a veil, but there's like you know, you can see the high chakras here. You can see runes. It's like she's right in that veil. She's right in that veiled energy. She's right in that, and you can actually see her eyes through her eyelids here. So she's definitely tuning into something that is like really of a different nature here, that I think this is what it's going to bring. It's almost like, again, it's like a magic wand. They're just talking about exposure, so I feel like this is actually part of an awakening energy. It's like with that kind of veil being pierced through, the reality is going to be different, and the reality change is going to be what lifts people's awareness, which possibly is going to lead to a lot of awakenings. Knight of Swords, but this is going to happen this is probably why we're seeing this happen very rapidly, because it's like anything. If you put, you know, like a stick in water, then eventually the stick would rot eventually, wouldn't it? And if you put, I don't know, silver into silver cleaner, eventually the silver will it will change, won't it? It will clean itself. This is the same energy. It's like this energy has sort of permeated around us you know, and it's like it's affecting the energy that we are in, and therefore there is a shift, there's a physical shift, there's a physical change. Wow. But it's like this is the Knight of Wands here, so usually this is very passionate energy, fast moving energy. I'm hearing freedom loving, so anything that was possibly restricted, Hanged Man and Seven of Wands, anything that was possibly wasn't quite right, or you know, the people were defensive about, or didn't want to acknowledge, or didn't want to see, this is going to break through that, because it's again, it's that piercing, it's that kind of, it's like a balloon. Once you pierce through that balloon, the air comes out, doesn't it? So anything of a mixed nature like this, confusion, this is going to bring some total clarity. Ten of Cups. It's like sometimes when you're given information, it can be very liberating, because it means you don't have to be a certain way, you don't have to present in a certain way. This is essentially what this is leading into. Look, Ten of Cups. This is essentially what this is leading into. It's like liberation. This is a liberation energy. It's the restriction of being confused, the restriction of, again, the matrix energy. It's kind of undoing all that, and it's creating this space that is allowing truth to come through. It's going to be, yeah, look, Ace of Wands, brand new beginnings. And can you see, look at the third eye. This is, people are going to get, this is the thing, I feel like since 2017, this energy where it's obviously come towards us, and now it's moving away from the sun, going towards Neptune. Neptune is very intuitive, especially when it's in the sign of Pisces, and that's where it is at the moment. Now, it's about to go into Aquarius, and then don't forget, we've got, from February next year, we've got a lot of those placements that are going to be, you know, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, it's all going to be around the Aquarius mark. I feel the age of Aquarius is kind of marked by this. I feel like that possibly could have been a marker designed to kind of break through and permeate something that was always needing to be broken through and permeated. Because don't forget, it's like when they talk about breakthrough, there's no coincidence that they use that kind of term, because it's usually about breaking out of something, breaking free. And Age of Aquarius is essentially the same thing, isn't it? It's about liberation. So wow, look, this is Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing here. Things are changing, and what you're seeing here, okay, it might look ridiculous, and a lot of the time, you know, with the news and just silly things going on, just wait, because this is where it's got to go through in order to get to where we need to get to. So of course it's probably going to get a bit silly before it gets a little bit more calmer, but what's waiting on the other end, I'd rather it get silly, and then, yeah, look, lots of removal of energy that no longer serves. Lots of I'm just hearing something about a lifeline. It's like people that have just completely put it this way, you know how usually people go, oh, it's really weird, like it's like they've got 9 lives. They don't really seem to care. They don't really seem to like be consciously awake. They don't really seem to be awakened. I feel like that saying and that kind of sentiment is going to be removed very soon, because it's like you can't not see. There's going to be things that people are going to see, and it's like you can't sit and go, oh, definitely my eyes are playing up. No, because it gets to a point when the reality becomes so that's the status quo, that people will accept that as the new normal. That's what we're talking about here. Walking away from an old perception of this can't be real, this can't be real. Oh, it's real, and it's becoming the new norm. This is about the star. This is healing. This is hope. Can you see? She's holding on to something here that's been there in the astral realms. This is because of the starseed energy. This is because of starseeds that are here, that have connections up there, that have... This was manifested. This is how it looks to me. This was manifested. Now, where did it come from? it was manifested. Now, why do I feel like at some point, if we look at where the galactic center was and we pinpoint whereabouts this came from, why do I feel like this would have come from the galactic center at some point? Like, they're saying it did. Yeah, the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Any sentiments that were hidden, not going to be hidden. They're just saying it's a very real... Look, Four of Wands in the reverse. It's designed to turn things on its head. It's designed to disrupt what would have been the status quo, so people can be liberated and be broken free of what was previously restricted them. Can you see we've got the Four of Pentacles here and the Ten of Pentacles? Holding on to the old structure, holding on to the old way. No. No. This is now time scales. I'm getting something around August time here with this. You may hear it in the news a lot more. They're just saying it's bringing new life. It's bringing new life. We've got the Chariot in the reverse and the Page of Cups. So they're just talking about things needing to have a fresh new approach here, that people that were governing this area, this, you know, Earth, weren't willing to take a hold on. So again, if you've watched the previous live, I talked about where I said about how things are changing and that there's going to be, and if you haven't, then definitely pause this and go back and watch the last live where I spoke out very openly about some things. And by the way, the reason I was speaking so quickly, because that caused some confusion, is because I keep getting cut off when I'm talking about these things on lives. And so I was trying to get everything out there as quick as possible, because I wasn't planning on doing that on a live. I was actually planning on making some videos, but because it came up, I had to address it. Because otherwise I wouldn't be doing my job. So the fact that I'm talking extremely quick is because the last time I spoke about it, there was an incense that flew onto my floor and almost started a fire. My hair straighteners blew up. My internet has been cut off. My electricity supply has been cut off. So, and even my throat was restricted. So hence why, if I'm talking really quickly, that's because I know I'm going to get cut off. And actually I did at some point. Towards the latter part of it, I did actually get cut off for like a minute or so. So I would definitely recommend you look into that. But this does lead on to that, where I said about how things are going to be restricted and blocked. You know, the lower energy vibrational type of situations. This is the counterpart to that. So the low vibrational kind of wars and stuff, the aggression that's being pushed. This is the counter move. This is the counter energy here that is like, we are not going to allow you to go third round with this ridiculous war situation. We are here to kind of create some difference. Again, it's like a needle that's being sewn through to kind of bridge a gap. It's that, this is this energy. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. This is about, we're going up a gear. This cannot be sustained. You can't have people trying to, you know, fricking control the world and do all this other weird stuff. Look, the World and the Four of Swords. Time out. It's like they're saying, look, enough. Enough. There's got to be a time out with this. With this kind of conflict and weird. I mean, look, this is essentially what's going on at the moment. Is people are fighting against that, but. The inevitability is that the ascension is here. It's upon us. Six of Wands, very public declaration. Six of Wands, very public declaration of this. This is going to be talked about very openly, because you can't just sit and go, oh, there's nothing to see here. We're just going to pretend it's not here. Oh, it's here. But can you see Page of Wands? Now, can you see they're throwing that wand in the air? And it's creating an energy here. There's a sort of a hubbub of energy. There's a kind of there's a residual energy behind it. This is what it's bringing down. It's bringing down old structures that don't serve. Okay. This is what it's bringing down. Six of Swords in the reverse. Sometimes you've got to kind of walk toward. Sometimes things are going to have to get a bit worse before they get better. Because don't forget, we've got some structures on this planet here that are a bit outdated. And when I say a bit, extremely outdated. Nine of Pentacles, abundance, single energy. This is about sovereignty. This is about liberation. They're not going to just, you know, bring all this kind of energy on us and have no backup plan, no structure. There is a structure. But first of all, you have to reveal truth. And there's a lot of truth that's being revealed here. There's a heck of a lot of truth that's being revealed. But it's systematically breaking down different things. Now, again, you might watch this and think, oh my goodness, that sounds awful. No, personally, I would prefer all the truth out. Because then you know where you stand and you can make a decision then, isn't it? You know. Look, Two of Wands, you know, it's like I want change, but what, you know, what, I don't know if I'm going to like the change. This is going to be the new normal, so I'm just going to be honest with you. Strength. Strength. It's about ascension. This is ascension energy, you know. Queen of Wands. This is very strong feminine energy here, passionate energy. This is, I feel like an archetype is being, now it's interesting because I was thinking, well, maybe this is feminine energy it's bringing, maybe this is what I'm tapping into, or maybe it's masculine energy that's sparking the feminine energy. But either way, it's like, because obviously I'm just getting binary code now. Like, I'm just being shown binary code. Hang on a minute. Okay, now I'm being told something, but it's, I'm going to be honest, it's actually not in this language. Okay. Now they're giving me, let me just press pause while they're giving me this information. I'm going to check this one sec. Okay. The direction this is headed is in between Neptune and Chiron, right? Which you're talking about I mean, but first of all, Neptune is very, it's extremely psychic, isn't it? It's like spark of intuition. It's that spark of energy. Chiron is the wounded healer. Any previous energy of worry about intuition or concern about intuition, it's going to be smashing through that. I'm not even going to lie, because of the direction it's going. But not only that, it's also, for starseeds, going to connect you up to your system a lot easier. It's like a telephone directory system. It's going to be like a telephone directory system. It's literally going to be like, you know, frickin', if you're in the UK, Virgin Media has installed 5G and you can get communication a lot easier. This is essentially what that is. So when people are going, oh no, 5G, okay, but I feel like with that technology, it's all one and the same thing. There's an evolution here. That this energy is definitely, it's an upgrade in energy, and it's an upgrade in intuition. It's so finely tuning intuition to the point where manifestation is going to be ridiculous. It's like an upgrade. It's like you've just got your iPhone back and you're going for an upgrade. This is what this energy is. But for starseeds, it's going to totally reconnect you back to where you need to be. Yeah, look. 10 of Wands with the Magician. It's like, this is not just one wand. This is like 10 wands. And this is like manifestation on speed, you know? This is some insane manifestational energy. Can you see here as well? He's utilising his ability through his left hand, his hand chakra there, in order to cultivate an energy. This is what that is. It's like again, it's like a conductor. It's like a certain energy that you can put in between us and a certain part of what we want to find out. Maybe it's a realm, it's a dimension, it's a dimensional upgrade. But it's in a physical form. It's a manifest. Someone's manifested this. I think it's a collective. I think it's consciously manifested as a collective. Look, 9 of Cups with the Queen of Swords. Cutting through confusion, cutting through difficulties, understanding, cutting through limitation. This is like extreme upgrades, 7 of Cups, choices, options, opening up this is a whole new world, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, look, 4 of Cups. Can you see here, she's got 1 cup that's full of that rainbow energy, and then she's got another 3 cups, which it's like, do I want to take this? Okay, here's something, this is a way of explaining it. For all those people who have sat that do, you know, spiritual work and gone, you know, it's really hard to try and get people to understand, you know, about the whole spiritual realm, and this is really difficult for me to kind of work out and explain, and I don't really know how to kind of keep explaining it to people. They're not going to get it. You're not going to have to. You're not going to have to, because this 1 cup is beaming with rainbow energy. This is, again, if you followed me since last year, I was talking about the rainbow energy, the ascension, the Hopi prophecy. This is a new bloodline, a new lineage. This is a new world. This is what this is bringing. And this is why, to collapse an old structure, there's a lot of chaos going on. But trust me, this is leading something that is going to be a lot easier to deal with. Look, healing, temperance. This is not bad. This is not a bad energy. This is a needed energy. Can you see the sun and the moon? He's got the sun and the moon in his hands. It's like he's collectively utilising, alchemizing energy to manifest what is needed. Let's pull some more. Let's go with Nature's Whispers here. Do I want to use Nature's Whispers? No, let's go with Starseed. Let's go with the Starseed deck. Let's pull some oracle cards to close out the reading. This is the Starseed Oracle Guidebook and Tarot deck, Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. Let's see. Let's read the name of this without butchering the actual name. Oumuamua. 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 And I think it was named in Hawaiian, it's called Scout. I think that's the meaning behind it, Scout. I think it's a Hawaiian name. Oumuamua. What can you tell me, please? I can hear singing. Oumuamua. What can you tell me, please, Spirit, about this? What do we need to know, please, about Oumuamua? Outcome, please. What is the outcome? Wow. It says big picture thinking. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Wow. Gateway. Let me read this. Pleiadians are cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those who will have enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently you've been called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be the leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust the vision and follow it with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? Again, a whole new world. Very strong Pleiades energy. A whole new world. And last card, a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. So someone's manifesting this whole kind of shift in energy. And then last card is baby steps. It says, action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Wow, look, another portal. Again, it's like someone, you might have to move through the old to kind of and clear up the old before the new is here, but this is what this energy is ushering in, essentially. So hopefully that's been of some help to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscriptions. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 PM British Standard Time. Until next time, take care.